Come on. If it wasn't for the whores, you'd be engaged to your right hand.
Number 16 in Vinegar Syndrome archive range is Whatever It Takes, a late 90s action movie that feels that it belongs in probably the late 80s. It feels 10 years too late. It's a movie that's so jam-packed with cool characters that all three of them have to have nicknames on the cover as well. Don the Dragon Wilson, Andrew Dice Clay, and then Fred the Hammer Williamson star in this one. Now, you have the Dragon and Dice Clay as undercover cops, completely mismatched. You've got one's a motor mouth that seems incapable of doing anything at all other than talking fast and eating a lot, and then you have Don the Dragon, who is somebody that's really trying to act all the way through this movie. That's his kind of arc. We open up to some kind of backstory as to why our character is so beat up about himself as he is at the start. We have a character who's dealing with some trauma, some mistakes that he's made, but there's a problem. There is a bad guy in the form of Fred Williamson who's flooding the streets with steroids, and we get to see these muscle-bound freaks injecting this stuff and dealing with this stuff, and they need to be stopped. It's just something that has to be done, and only our two heroes are capable of doing that. And it's incredibly fun watching these characters, because even though there's partners, there's long periods of time with Andrew Dice Clay is just out of the movie. It's just Don the Dragon himself dealing with a lot of things in the film. And it's kind of fun because you get this secondary character of Michael Bailey Smith, who looks like a kind of budget John Cena, this big hulking guy, and his chemistry with Wilson is almost tangible in the movie. If these two guys just started kissing at one point, I wouldn't have been surprised. The sexual tension between them is palpable, and you can see it in almost every scene. It's so funny.
I gotta go work up them beers and corn nuts. Maybe later you can show me that move from last night, huh?
No problem.
See ya.
And it's a movie that is completely out of its depth in almost every front. The action's good, solid, it's not great, it's not inventive, and it's not varied enough. The characters' delivery of lines are fine, sometimes terrible, sometimes their dialogue is just completely misplaced in the movie. But you do get a wonderful bad guy in the form of Fred Williamson. And I've always said if you get a good bad guy, it can drive the story forward, because you want to see him get his comeuppance. And every time he's on screen, he has that presence, that X factor that you feel that he's dangerous. He's got a wonderful line delivery, and he just looks so goddamn cool that you kind of like him.
Time is it now, brother? Kiko, you disappoint me, man. Jesus, I thought you was smarter than that.
In the middle of this movie, you get a love story flung in for a little bit of redemption of our main character. He's a troubled soul. He needs to have a little bit of downtime, and he meets someone that just lights the fire in him. That makes him feel as if there's something worth living for. And I'm going to have a mild spoiler here, but you can see it coming a mile away. In one moment, she is blown up in the blink of an eye in front of him. And you know, God bless him, he tries his hardest to put all the emotion into this scene, but it was just so funny to me to see this character just trying to emote at the loss of everything that made his life good. Everything that redeemed him from being a lost soul has just gone in the blink of an eye, and he just looks constipated. It's the type of movie that we have here. I kind of liked Whatever It Takes. I liked the interaction between Dice Clay and the Dragon Wilson. I thought they were kind of fun.
You all right?
Am I all right?
Every time I get shot, you ask, am I all right? No, I'm not all right. It fucking hurts. You want me to carry the money?
No, that's okay.
Oh, man, we gotta get out of this, I'm telling you.
I thought Andrew Dice Clay's dialogue and the way he's dealing with lots of FBI characters was just out of place. It felt like a one-man stand-up show. It was loud, it was obnoxious, and it was somewhat entertaining, but completely superfluous and nonsensical within the plot of the movie. Still, I kind of had fun with whatever it takes. Interesting watch, a one-time watch, and that's all for me, I think. I'd love to know your opinion on whatever it takes. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.